Niall here with the second part of my Town Hall 8 attacks featuring Earthquake. I'm going to start off with another HoVa attack by myself. This one's a heavy hog focus. And what that means, if you look there, I got 14 hog riders. Using a HoVa strategy, you can have as little as 8 hog riders. And when I attack here, I'm going to attack from the side of the 2 wizard towers. I'm using Earthquake to weaken the area where I want to send in the Valkyrie. Just 3 Earthquake. You might ask, well, what the purpose of that is. It's still pretty effective. Here you can see me eliminating the clan castle using a couple of barbs and wizards. It's gotten to be my favorite technique for them. Now remember, with the new poison spell, it also slows and it will pop a level 2 balloon. I recommend people strongly reconsider which clan castle troops they use. Anyway, setting in my wall breakers there, staggering them to try to blow up more of the wall. Unfortunately, my wall breakers there are not being very intelligent, and 3 of them blowing up an extra wide wall. If you look there, I'm attacking 2 of the wizard towers directly. That's pretty important and very intentional on my part. The wizard towers are the most dangerous defense for the hog riders. And if you look there, the second part of my attack focuses on the 3rd wizard tower. Waiting on my heal spell there to drop until all my hog riders are weakened. Which is also important to note that when I originally deployed them, I spread them out so that multiple defenses targeted different hog riders and that a single trap wouldn't be as effective as if my hog riders were clumped in a big wall. And there you go. This base was very susceptible to a hog attack because it was very compact with easy to predict trap locations. And like I said, the purpose of my Valkyrie were to go in, eliminate some of the splash defense, and hopefully draw out some of the skeletons. And there you go, finishing up the attack. Again, 3 Earthquakes can be pretty useful, as it will severely weaken the walls where you want it to attack. And plus it gives you that extra elixir spell in case you're really leery about using all your elixir for that. Next up, Ciaran from Folk Vanguard, our second Valhalla clan, is going to attack this southern teaser base using a HoVaLo strategy. HoVaLo optimizes the effects of both hog riders and balloons, and is actually extremely powerful in the right hands. It's a bit tricky because you're working with ground and air troops, but if you take advantage of the different strengths of those 2 defense targeting units, you can cripple strong bases relatively easy. I've even managed on a few rare occasions taken out weak Town Hall 9. That's usually been in regular rating, so I'm not boasting there, I'm just saying it's a strong attack. There, Ciaran is opening it up so that the main forces go into the core, using his golem there to attract the attention of some of the splash and point defenses. Valkyrie there eliminating the skeleton traps. It's very important if you're going to use 4 Earthquakes to be patient with your heal spell and also to funnel effectively. One thing that could have gone wrong in this attack is if those Valkyrie had all gone the same direction as where that wizard tower on the top is there. As you see there, some of the Valkyrie are drifting off into around the compartment. I believe Ciaran's going to use his hog riders to try to alleviate that problem, which is another good reason that you can mix the 2 troops, is it allows you a little bit more leeway to adjust your plan. They're taking advantage of the hog riders eliminating the air defenses in the core and getting the loons to take out the point defenses on the bottom. Wise move on his part, well executed. Again, as you can see there with the loons and the hog riders targeting the defenses there, he's taking advantage of their different strengths. But if you're going to use this strategy, you really need to use the unit surgically to try to put less pressure on your spell use and allow you to use your spells strategically. And there you go, Ciaran just polishing off the rest of the base, so I'll speed that up, and that was a HoVaLo attack. Next up, Crow's going to demonstrate a VaLo strategy. All the videos in this particular segment have various combinations of hog riders and loons in different ways. And that's important to note that most of the strategies in Valhalla War do use a combination of these units to net our 3 stars. Crow opening up by taking out point defenses in the various blind spots. If you see that cannon on the far left, that's one reason the strategy can be a little risky, is if you make a bit of a miscalculation and the defense doesn't go down. That can be a big problem if it happens to several of the defenses. It's very effective if you can eliminate the defenses in an effective manner. But if you have a miscalculation, it can also mean you wasted your units. Crow using a golem to the left and the right and funneling the Valkyrie down the center, very important. He's going to want to get the Valkyrie into the core where all those wizard towers are and the air defenses. From a defensive standpoint, it's actually not very smart to cluster all your defenses for air into the core like that. It means a strategy like a VaLo can get the Valkyrie or perhaps even P.E.K.K.A into the core, strip out the air targeting units, and basically be able to run amok. Now in bases like with a moat like this, it's often common to have those Teslas in the moat, and you're going to want to time your loon deployment to while those Teslas are distracted, because the Teslas with their high attack speed and high damage can rip through loons relatively fast. If you look here, Crow was very smart to eliminate the air targeting units in the early part and follow second part of his attack. These loons here, if you watch, will go unopposed except for that when they close in on that wizard tower, which the pair of golems is going to move in to distract. When you use a VaLo strategy, it's very important to use your loons in a surgical fashion like Crow did here. If you just throw them in mass and you don't wait for the defense units to be distracted, level 5 balloons aren't particularly strong, and if they get shot down too early, your attack will definitely fail. You won't have enough damage per second to finish out the 3-star. And there you go, another 3-star using a hog and loon combination. So don't forget to check out our allies in Clash and spreading the Valkyrie virus. Still more videos to come from the anniversary event, so clash on!